Heyo, and welcome to my channel. I am Crisscross Applesauce, and today we're going to be going over how you can build a wireframe tesseract, as well as another type of tesseract, another type of four-dimensional representation in the frame of wires. These are just nifty little decorations I like to throw around bases sometimes. And there are ways you can make them much bigger and much smaller if you would like, but today I'll just be doing the normal sizes. You're going to need to know the wire glitch and reverse wire glitch for this. To get started, we're going to need to make a level wire. Grab yourself a light floor. Reverse wire glitch from the left side of the light floor. If your light floor is in this orientation, you're going to be pulling from this position here. Reverse wire glitching and connecting to the connection point on the light floor. And then reverse wire glitching from the opposite side, pulling and connecting to the far side of the wire you just made. Then you can delete your light floor, giving you a level wire that is the full length of a large floor piece, or the distance between the center of two large floor pieces. Next, what we're going to be doing is changing the angle of our wire so that the entire structure is on a tilt, like so. Just makes it look better in my opinion. You don't have to do this, but I highly recommend it. Grab yourself a raised small paver, glitch one into each side, then reverse wire glitch from the top of the right hand side, pull down and connect to the far end of your starting wire, then reverse wire glitch from above that, and pull and connect to the far side of the wire you just made. You can delete the angled wire now and delete both of your half-raised pavers. Next, wire glitch cubes in the far right side of each of these wires. Reverse wire glitch from a position just to the left of the lower cube. Pull and connect that wire to the near side connection point. Then reverse wire glitch from the top of your second cube. Pulling and connecting that wire to the connection point that is one cube away from your bottom cube on the left hand side. Delete your cubes, and now wire glitch a cube in that top end of that wire you just made. Next, we're going to rotate how we're looking at this a little bit. We're going to look at it from the top here, and we're going to be rotating this on its z-axis, so the axis we're looking down, straight down right now. We're going to be rotating it 45 degrees, so build out one square to your right, reverse wire glitch from above it, and then blender glitch a cube into that position that the other cube is connected to. Then you can delete your first two cubes. This is the orientation that our whole structure is going to be at. Now you can go ahead and delete every single wire. You're not going to need them anymore. So next, we're going to go ahead and make our wireframe cube for the center of the structure. Very, very simple. Just trace all of the corners. I would suggest making each wire twice, once in one direction and once again in the previous direction. This makes the animations go against each other's grain, and makes them much more brilliant, much more bright. This does not have to be perfect whatsoever. I usually do the top one and then the bottom one. Just makes it a little bit easier to just connect all the wires after that point. Alright, now we connect our corners from our two squares. Alright. Now, go ahead and duplicate this cube. We're going to need to build out a cube from this to make our larger cube. So build to the right and left of that cube, and then build to the up and the build to the top and the bottom of each of those cubes. And then from those cubes, you build to the left and to the right of each one of those. Like so. Now we have our larger cube, and we can go ahead and trace the very outside corners to make our larger cube. Again, making each wire twice so that it is nice and bright. If you have this problem here, where you can't place it on the outside because there's interaction between the other wire connection points, simply press your free place button, and that will make them all disappear, and you can now freely place your wire exactly where you want, no problem. Again, I do the top square and then the bottommost square. Makes it easier to keep track of what I have and haven't done. But here in a second, once I get the second square done, I'm going to delete all the cubes, and then we are going to connect all of the corners. To complete our second larger cube. So now I've got that done, I'm going to delete all of my cubes. We're not going to need them anymore. If you have been keeping up and doing everything correct, you should have a structure that looks like this. Now, all we have to do is connect all of the corners to the corresponding corners. First, we're going to complete our second cube by connecting the top and bottom squares here. Remember, do each wire twice. Makes it look nice. And then we are going to be connecting the corners of the small cube to the corners of the large cube in the corresponding sides. So this side, this corner will be connected to this corner. And again, do your wires twice. Then you're going to do this for all 8 of your corners. And there you have it. There is a 3-dimensional representation of a 4-dimensional object, or it can be also called a tesseract, as a lot of people tend to call them nowadays. Next, I'm going to show you how to build a true 4-dimensional representation in 3 dimensions, which is essentially the same thing, just 2 cubes at the same parallel angles from each other, connected at the corners. So, to start, we just need to grab ourselves cube. Then we're going to again build out our larger cube from earlier. So build to the top and the bottom. Then from those 2 top and bottom ones, build to the left and right. And then from those 4 you just made, again, build to the top and the bottom of each of those. You get yourself this structure again. Once you have done that, you're going to go ahead and trace around the edges. I'm only going to do it once this time just to make things a little bit speedier. Now, once you have made your first cube, we're going to shift our entire structure diagonally and maintain our sides to be parallel with each other. So, basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making this cube right here the center of our next cube. Or you can look at it like this cube here is going to be the bottom left cube of it, whichever way you want to look at it. So to make things simple, just delete every cube except for one in the corner. Alright. Like so. Now, just like before, we're going to build out our cube structure. Building towards us and away from us, and then on the left and right side of those cubes, and then the top and bottom of those cubes. Then we're going to trace our next cube. I'm going to do the top and the bottom, as I normally do, and then I'm going to connect the corners vertically. Once you have done the top and bottom, you can go ahead and delete all the boxes. You're done with them completely. Be careful not to delete any of your wires. Now, first I'm going to connect the two squares of our second cube, their corners vertically, just so I know where they are. Next, just like before, when we connected the corners of the small cube to the corners of the large cube, same thing on this structure. We're going to connect the corners of one cube to their corresponding corners of the other cube. Remember, all of these are going to be at an angle because we built the two cubes at this angle, away from each other. And there you go. Once you have done that, you will have a three-dimensional representation of 4 spatial dimensions. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe for more tutorials. Please check out the No Man's Sky tutorials playlist. There is well over 50 or 60 building tutorials in there. I'm sure you're going to find something you like. And I'll see you guys in the next one.